Hi, my name is Claudia Garcia Rojas, and I'm here with Gozamos right outside of Taxum in Wicker Park, Chicago, with Zuzuka Poderosa, who just performed. Zuzuka, I was just able to experience karaoke bass. Can you tell me a little more about what it is?
About karaoke bass, yes. Basically, when I started to be an MC vocalist, I started with a crew in Brooklyn who made baile funk, which is a music from Rio that originated in the 80s due to like Miami bass and freestyle, and and then we just made a lot of baile funk songs back in the days in Brooklyn. I mean in New York. But from then on, everybody went his way, and everybody moved away from New York. But because I have a bass background and I was a DJ, drum and bass DJ before, so I kind of had this bass background, and I felt like I needed to implement what the essence of what it is to live in New York and having to absorb all the cultures that I have in me. So basically karaoke bass, karaoke funk from Rio, and bass from Brooklyn bass.
Okay, awesome.
Basically.
And what else do you think sets you apart from other like phenomenal Latin divas that are doing experimental music like Maluca Mala, for example?
Oh my God, Maluca Mala is like amazing. You know, she's doing something also different. So I think it's basically like where we come from. It's like the roots. And I think she's also has a lot. She's born and raised. I mean, she's raised in New York, and she's bringing that also. But she has a Dominican background, so we're expressing what we came from, which is a beautiful thing, no?
It is. And I know that you have had a past where you were born in Brazil and you have migrated a lot, and your parents are also from two different backgrounds. How has that influenced your music?
A lot. I mean, not because my father's from Indonesia, because I wish I knew a lot. I wish I knew a lot of Indonesian music, even though I grew up with my father listening to like Indonesian music, but I didn't grow up. I don't speak the language. But the fact that they like to travel a lot, and they were really curious about everything, and they're like, oh, let's stay over here, and then you just learn. It's a whole learning process, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are you going to be experimenting with any new styles or sounds of music?
I mean, basically what I'm doing is, what I'm trying to do now is like establish my karaoke base, because I work with so many different producers with so many different genres from all over the world. So what I'm saying is, like, from my interracial music baby experience, I wanted to say that now I'm ready to establish my karaoke base, and then I think maybe people would understand, if I focus.
Speaking of touring with different producers, or touring and getting to meet different producers, are there any on your Ruthless Zuzuka Power Tour 2011 that you have met? Any producers that you have found interesting?
I mean, there are a lot, there's always like a possibility to be working, worldwide. I don't even have to be playing with this person to like, oh, we're gonna make music together. It's just traveling and meeting people and saying, wow, we have this chemistry of working together, and I think we understand each other. So let's share what we have.
And I have two other questions for you. One is, in Cluster Magazine, you said that there are a lot of women hip-hop artists or MCs that have difficulty marketing themselves, but it seems that you have really honed down the art of marketing Zuzuka Poderosa, right? And so I'm wondering, is there a difference between Zuzuka Poderosa and who you are at home?
What do you mean at home?
Like who you are with your family and friends versus who you are when you're performing?
I mean, I don't think so, because I don't have filters. If I have something to say, I'm gonna say. And at the end, you're gonna be mad at me, but at the end, you're gonna respect me because I told you the truth and I'm not lying behind your back. So basically, I think it's just being true to yourself and being true to others. So I think that's what makes, who you are, and, and getting the respect for it.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely respectable. And can we expect an album from you sometime soon?
I'm working on an EP with Kush Aurora right now, and I'm actually based in LA right now, and I have a lot of gigs in LA, but I'm going back next week to San Francisco to play a song bar on the 2nd of September with Kush Aurora, and we're finishing a EP. And my first song that I played tonight, my intro song, was by Kush, so I want to introduce my karaoke bass by Kush Aurora. So we were working on an EP.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your energy.
Thank you so much.
And thank you to Gozamos for making this